Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Suda London. I'm a licensed mental health counselor and a licensed mental health therapist. Today I'd like to go back to the case of the Idaho 4. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions only. Some of the reports have come out and I've discussed a few on my channel, especially the ones with Jack D. I found them to be mind-blowing. He got himself an attorney, and at the same time, he says that the 17-minute call that his phone was engaged with Kaylee's phone, he can't recall that. I found that to be baffling. He said that he could have hit his phone by mistake. Isn't that strange? So, he's had DNA found in his house, 5 to 6 drops of red liquid, bullet fragments. You can see at the crime scene, he has his hand behind his back. I don't know what he's hiding. Well, it doesn't seem normal to me. There's a band-aid on one of his fingers. I know I have repeated myself many times with Jack D, but this is really important for me to get across. Jack D is one person who looks completely odd at the crime scene, and so does DM. I wouldn't say much of BF. I'm starting to even wonder if BF was at the crime scene right before the cops came. I really believe that Kaylee was having a hard time with people at her college. Whether it was sororities or her ex-former boyfriend, Jack D, that she was not actively following on social media. His own professor was concerned for him. And Bethany Funk is an important witness because not only does she talk about Maddie walking Murphy, and she doesn't even remember if Maddie came back. Imagine that. So think about this. We're not even sure if Maddie got home safely. Last time we know, Maddie was searching for Murphy, Kaylee's dog. Where was Kaylee when all this was happening is my question. Bethany Funk said that she was at the Sigma Chi with Zana and Ethan, and she said that Maddie walked them there too, but Maddie went to the corner club with Kaylee, and that we're aware of. She said that she didn't see Zana and Ethan after the Sigma Chi fraternity party, and she said that Bethany Funk said that she left there at 12 at night. She went to a friend at Taylor Avenue. I wonder if that was Josie. Everyone is trying, especially Bethany Funk is trying to basically stay as far as distance away from this case as possible. Her timelines does not make sense. Was Bethany Funk actually even at 1122 King Road? Because let's not forget, the tripod told us that at 2 a.m. there was a female who was running hysterically. She's screaming hysterically and running from the sliding door to the front door. And the tripod said that there was a black truck parked in front of 1122 King Road. So we have to ask ourselves all these questions. I don't know why the FBI took down the statements of the tripod. The tripod was from Illinois, and he wrote it down on Facebook immediately that a young female was running out of the sliding door to in front of the house and he said that was at 2 a.m. If you look at the Linda Lane tapes, you can clearly hear all screaming and yelling going around at 1:56 2 a.m. too. And that's why I've always said from the beginning, without even watching Linda Lane, I said that this is two separate incidents with two separate timelines. I always believe Ethan and Zana were unalived first, unfortunately. I don't even believe that Ethan and Zana made it home. I won't be surprised if they were unalived outside. Anything is possible with these students. When you look at the crime scene, you can clearly see there isn't a lot of red liquid. There isn't much at the crime scene. So I wonder if Ethan and Zan were unalived outside the crime scene, outside 1122 King Road. We could hear the crowd yelling, Ethan, Ethan, Zana, Zana. I wonder if they went to some other flat, apartment or something and they got unalived there. Because clearly Bethany Funk was supposed to have exculpatory evidence, says that she never seen Ethan and Zana, so I don't think they made it home at all. I think something happened with them and the Davids at the Sigma Chi. And I always believe that something happened with Kaylee and the Jags. Very strange that we don't hear much about Maddie, besides Maddie searching for Murphy the dog. And while she's searching for Murphy the dog, where is Kaylee? Isn't Kaylee worried for a dog too? Something doesn't make sense in this case. And I really believe it's the surviving roommates and the suspects who are involved who have changed the whole timelinings, changed the whole storyline. All this has happened around 2 a.m. Always go back to the beginning of this case. The coroner herself said, when she was asked the timing of when this could have happened, she said somewhere after 2 a.m. Then you hear Ethan, his mother Stacy, saying 2 a.m. is the hardest time for a family. Stacy says a lot without actually saying it. Do you remember this part when she turned around and said at the beginning of the interviews, she said people need to stop spreading rumors about this case. There wasn't any threesome or rugs involved. That was too early on in the case. We didn't even know about these informations. So what was she trying to say? There's a lot of questions to ask. We shouldn't leave any stone unturned. Every question should be asked. What does Stacey Chapin mean by there wasn't any threesome? Was there anyone having threesome in this house? Was there anyone double dating? And where did, what's her name, DM get her description of Koberger? Did she get it from the Vampire Diaries? I really do believe so. With all the characters at the Vampire Diaries, like the two brothers, Stefan and Damon Salvador, the description she gave was of Stefan, the bushy eyebrows guy. How come these surviving roommates got away so early, so quickly? And where was Quinn Kelly? Why is he lying and saying he said he's never been to Ida Moscow? That's a lie. I have a picture of him entering the sliding door with DM. So what are they hiding? And where was Jack D? The reason I keep on asking about Jack D is because once you have your own professor who's concerned for you, then it is a red flag. Did it not make sense? Why was he referred to the mental health team? What don't we know about Jack D? Why did he get himself a lawyer? These are all legit questions. Kaylee got it the worst. She got 24 injuries on her face. How cruel could someone be to a human being? This doesn't make sense. And why was Jagdi so casually hanging around the crime scene? Is what I want to know. He was hiding one hand back, behind his back. He had a band-aid on. Benny Falk was trying to defend Jagdi, saying they had a nice breakup or not. But no, he didn't seem to me like he was emotional. Neither were the surviving roommates. What are these people hiding, and how did they get away with this? Is my question. This does not make sense. Somebody's hiding something. Before around 10 a.m. on the Sunday morning, the 13th of November, these people were all on Snapchats and all. The surviving roommates were on their text messages. How come the police doesn't want us to continue discussing that? Pay attention to the transcripts. What happened to the yik-yaks? What happened to social media that these girls were using? What happened to the Visco app that DM was uploading photos? Especially the one with her and Kaylee at 3:33, and the one with her showing the middle finger and a friend showing the thumb. Apologize, but that's the truth. Those are questions to be asked. Why wasn't the viscos and everything taken as evidence? What were they hiding? I still believe fraternities, sororities know exactly what happened. Lil Kim wasn't lying. Sorry, not Lil Kim. WSC Kim, I doubt, was lying about what she said her daughter told her. Just look at them when the police come. There's no empathy. There's no emotions. Maybe because they had 8 to 9 hours to get rid of or to go through all those faces and work through all those emotions. But it still doesn't make sense. You would still be crying over 4 human beings who lost their life. What were these people hiding is my question. Bethany Funk is shaking and hiding at the police statement with the detectives because she doesn't want to she doesn't want to discuss about what happened at the Sigma Chi fraternity. That's obvious to see, because that's when the Davids come in and the Sigma Chi fraternity, they were under a microscope. You can't turn away the other way. You can go way back to the beginning and you see that the Sigma Chi fraternity were under the microscope. The Davids are already upset, mad with Ethan, and Ethan looked like, I hate to say that, he was tortured. His legs were capped. His legs were carved. Think about that. It looked like Ethan and Kaylee were targets of someone. And I've spoken about that many times before. Jack Showalter had beef with both Kaylee. I don't know why he's saying he doesn't know Kaylee. She got him kicked out of the fraternity. I believe he was the stalker that was bothering her. I don't know why Jack D is lying about the timelines, saying that he left, what's it called, Corner Club at 1:30. He said he left around 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. He did not. The picture he took with Kaylee and Maddie at the Corner Club was at 1:39. He's lying. He got himself an attorney in the middle of the interview. Red liquid was found in his house. 5-6 drops. Bullet fragments were found. You can go and check Jagdi's report. Why is he hiding his hand behind his back? Is he hiding something behind his back because he's trying to hold it? All these are important questions for me to find out. The surviving roommates, the Jacks, the Davids, I still believe, know what happened. And even if Ryan Koberg is involved, we need to see him getting out of the car getting inside the house. It just doesn't tap to see a white car that looks like a Hyundai Elantra, or that can be a Hyundai Elantra driving by. Where's the person? This is true. This timeline, the time is too short for somebody to go torture Kaylee in that manner. Torture Ethan in that manner with his legs, carving his legs, beating Kaylee 24 times on the face. Let me know what you'll think.